Hey guys, just wanted to do a little update on the MS for everybody. We put a backup generator on the bow of the boat in case there's ever problems with the onboard Westerbeek. Derek is on his way down. He's bringing the adapter cord for it. You'll plug the adapter into here and use our shore cable. Just so everybody knows, hoses and cables are getting stolen off of docks this year. I had my hitch stolen out of my truck, so lock things up. Let me give you a quick rundown on how to do this generator. I have the keys right here on this little one right here in the window. It's the 2 keys. Let's see here. You're gonna come and you're gonna put the key right here. And let me switch this camera. Let's see, maybe. How do I switch it? It doesn't want now. Okay, we'll keep it this way. All right. This generator will run on fuel, regular, unleaded of course, like 87 or 91 that they sell here at the slip. Toy tanks is full also. Or it will run on propane. We do have an extra propane tank on board. It's been here for a minute. If you're gonna run propane, this is the propane whip. I'm going to put this in the hall closet. That's what it goes to, is this generator, so don't take it off the boat. You hook it up just by unscrewing this cap down here on the propane regulator, and then we're gonna twist this on here. I have a wrench here, let me grab it. You want to make sure that's tight so it doesn't leak. So it's a compression fitting, just give it a good snug. And you'll take this end, you hook it to the propane tank back here. Most people know how to do that. I've used to barbecue. Okay, once that's done, you're going to want to turn this valve right here. Propane, gasoline. So if you're on a gasoline, flip it up and fill the tank. There is a gauge on it right here. Do not fill this tank unless you're going to use it, unless the other gen's gone out and you have to use it. Otherwise, I have to come down and drain the fuel out at the end of the year so we don't get it gummed up. So propane, you can run anytime you want. Go to propane, open the propane tank. Okay, now we're gonna hook up the battery because I leave it disconnected so it doesn't go dead. This is the battery wire. This is the starter. Pull off the cap. You're gonna hook this on here, like so. Okay, now we're gonna turn this. There is a choke, but I don't think we'll need it with propane. So let's give it a shot here. Give it a sec, let's try the choke. As I said, this thing's brand new, never been used. The choke is right back here on the top of the air filter. Slide it open. It doesn't have any gas in it since it's never been ran. So, there you have it. There you have it. Once you run and plug this in the front of the boat, valve, it will automatically change over. It will automatically switch over, so you don't have to do the shore power gen switch anymore. The boat has an auto switch, so all you have to do is unplug this at the bow of the boat and take it with you. And if you're running that back gen, use the dash switch. If you're using this one, I just showed you how. Once you're done for the day, you want to turn the propane tank back off at the back, like a barbecue. And then you'll want to disconnect the tank. There's just a tiny bit of propane in there, not a lot. Take this back off. And then we'll screw this on right here. This cap, that'll keep dust out of it so you're not pressurizing sand straight into the motor. You want to make sure that's on. Okay, let's disconnect the battery. Put the cap back on right here. Just tuck this up here a little bit so it's out of the way. There is a reminder right here to plug in the battery. There's also a step-by-step if you forget these directions right here. This is how to start it on gas and how to start it on propane. The only other thing is there's the cover. Make sure you take the key, hang it back up. There's a cable lock on the generator holding it to the railing right here. So that way people don't take it off and forget it, or somebody decide they want to use it that's here in the slip. And there's a cover. So make sure you put the cover back on it. We're going to do that before we leave right now. Also, a couple other updates. I thought I'd let everybody know we switched all of the 6-volt batteries on board to 12-volt lithiums. So there is 1,200 amp hours of lithium battery pack now. The solar's putting out, I would say, 60 to 65 volts at 10 amps. So it's building some power, some real power. I reprogrammed the whole thing. It's automatic as well. You don't have to push the inverter button, don't have to push the gen button. Just shut off the gen and it will switch automatically to inverter. Once you start a gen or plug it in, it will switch to AC. There's nothing you need to do with them. There's no water in these batteries. And we should have about 4 days power for the fridge, freezer, and some lights. You know, if you go crazy plugging stuff in, if you're running ACs, make sure you're running on a shore power or gen plug only, not an inverter plug. We did go through the bolt and color all of the outlets, so everybody knows. The orange outlets indicated here, 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 those all run on the inverter. So anything that is plugged into those is going to run your batteries down. Coffee maker, bad idea. Plug it into one of the Gen Shore plugs like this one. That is a Gen Shore plug. That's why it's not colored. There's also another one over here. There's also one at the front of the helm, underneath right here. This one over here on the side of the couch is inverter. This one over here on the water cooler is inverter. So turn the hot water off on this thing. It uses a ton of power. Switches on the back right here. Just turn it on when you need it. Leave it off when you don't. That way you're not wasting 500 watts of power an hour. I think that's about it. If anybody has any questions, you know, I'm always available. I did find loose ground wire on the port side ignition, and I think that's what was causing the occasional beep and kind of sputter at low RPM. It was still running, but I think that problem's gonna be gone. The Westerbeek's running great, so no worries there. One more thing, Starlink. The Starlink router is right here in the bedroom in the back, right next to the TV. The dish is out back off of above the swim deck. The network for that is Sky-Fi, and the password for the internet is capital I love this, all one word. I believe that's it. As you can see by the panel, I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can. Voltage sits at 14.4 volts constant now. It'll tell you right here whether it's charging, how much your loads are drawing, so that way you'll know, like, hey, something's plugged in, guys. This shouldn't be, you know, up to 2,000-3,000 running off the inverter. And then this shows you how much you're using off a gen or shore power on the bottom line. That's about it. All right, thanks guys, bye.